in that wonderful goal fest for the U.S. against Honduras, in which he scored the eventual game winner, sees him out for a long stretch. However, as my partner in crime tonight, Mr. Miles, has said, some familiar faces back in the mix, which we'll talk more about on the other side of the break. L.A. last year won 0-2 against the Western Conference side, including 2 scoreless draws. This will be the 4th match for Kurt Arnolfo in charge here for the Galaxy since Bruce Arena has moved on. The Galaxy all-time 9-3-4 against the Whitecaps. But in BC Place, the last couple of years, it's been the very athletic and younger Vancouver side that's given the Galaxy problems. New year, new opportunity. We'll see if it is indeed a new you for the Galaxy on the road, who tried to make it 2 out of the last 2. On the other side, we'll give you the team news, get you set on the weather going on in Vancouver, and all the good stuff as we work our way toward kickoff. Galaxy, Whitecaps, April 1st. Happy MLS. Keep going. Stay with us on the LA Galaxy Radio Broadcast Network.
Let's see, I missed it. Who did they play? San Jose. They lost. No. Come on. They lost 3-2 at San Jose. And then they drew against Philly. That's right. You love that. That's a go-to for you.
It is a go-to.
It is.
Huckabee's got that voice.
You're calling him out, man. I like it. Who did they... How many changes we got in the lineup? We got a lot of changes. So we got Diop is in. Garcia's out. Nathan Smith played well last time.
He kind of did.
He killed it when he came on.
16 in the house.
Steris is back. Diallo's out. Garcia's out. Romney's out too, huh? Rejigged back line. Absolutely.
Welcome back. The Road Warriors. LA Galaxy continue their work away from the StubHub Center, as this match will bring an end to a busy match day around the league. More on that. Let's get you to the weather. The weather today in Vancouver is brought to you by Alaska Airlines. Well, this is more for the Chamber of Commerce because BC Place is indoors, so it is a perfect soccer environment. Outside, about 50 degrees and a beautiful, beautiful, great northwest. Christian Miles, Alan Hopkins, so glad you could join us. As my good friend would say to my right, chops and changes for Kurt Onalfo's team. Let's get you to the starting 11 brought to you by City National Bank, the official bank of your LA Galaxy. Take us through the team news. A few changes despite a win to get things going, heading positive direction heading into the international break.
Kurt Adolfo really looking like a Vegas poker dealer right now by how many decks he has had to shuffle this season. He's going to make 5 changes from that team that won at Real Salt Lake about 2 weeks ago. Yella Van Dam back from suspension. Nathan Smith is the big story. Had a great performance away to Real Salt Lake as a second-half sub, so he gets his second start of the season, but he will be playing right back because the good news is Ashley Cole comes back in for his first appearance of the campaign after getting that preseason calf injury. He's looking good. So 3 new faces amongst the back 4. Clement Diop once again keeping his spot with the gloves on in goal. The midfield will remain the same. We'll see João Pedro drop a little bit deeper. Jermaine Jones, who had a very busy 75 minutes in Panama for
Like
the U.S.
JJ.
on Tuesday, comes back in. Ima Boateng will profit from the absence of Seba Leggett. He'll play a little bit wider and provide a lot of pace. And, of course, up front, Gio Dos Santos and Jack McBean. A tactical shift here today as we go from the 4-2-3-1 we saw 2 weeks ago to the 4-4-2.
On the bench, Brian Rowe deputized in goal, Rafa Garcia, Dave Romney, Baju Asidic, Bradford Jameson IV, Jose Villarreal, and Yassi Zardes. So a pretty close, minus the injury to Leggett, team in terms of who's available. We shall see if it is a productive team as Kurt Onalfo still trying to find that right chemistry, that right mix, those right combination of players and teams to help this team go through as they try to capture another MLS Cup. When we come back, we'll get you to the news and notes around the league. Also, give you the out-of-town scoreboard as we work our way toward kickoff. No problem here. Straight away, Vancouver Galaxy. Stay with us here on the Galaxy Broadcast Network. BC plays the venue. The LA Galaxy looking to make it 2 straight wins on the road against Western Conference foes. The Galaxy, Whitecaps, an important 6-pointer early on in the Western Conference race. Allen Hopkins, Christian Miles, happy April 1st, everyone, as we are here once again for what should be another entertaining match. A year ago, the Galaxy in Vancouver won 0-2, including a pair of scoreless draws. But Christian, a different coach, a different team, and after the last victory against Real Salt Lake, maybe a different mindset heading into yet another important game away from home.
And there's a lot more questions than answers at this point. We've seen so much of the shuffling as the deck, as we called here. We're going to learn about the personality. We don't know what kind of style LA want to play. We're seeing a change in tactics today, going from that 4-2-3-1 with Jose Villarreal as the lone striker, now to the 4-4-2. And a lot of questions remain. Can Giovanni Dos Santos be the go-to guy? Can he strike up a successful partnership with Jack McBean, who's looked a little bit out of sorts since coming back from England in his loan spell? And the defense, of course, with 3 new faces. A lot of question marks here. A big test for LA. In a place, Alan, they haven't won in Vancouver. Well, all the way back to 2013. So an examination of their character, resolve, as well as the questions to be answered.
Wow, just like that, 2013 does seem like a long time ago. Both these teams right now below the red line in terms of the playoff picture in the West. The Galaxy find themselves in 8th with 1 win and 2 defeats in their 3 games so far. Vancouver has no wins so far this season, just 1 point. They find themselves 8 points all the way at the bottom, tied with Minnesota for the fewest points in the conference. When we come back, starting 11 for both teams, and first half kickoff from BC Place Galaxy. Vancouver Whitecaps next.
That's what I'm looking for.
Oh my gosh.
Yo. Sorry about that. Da-da-da-da-da.
6, 5, 3. We are back. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup brought to you by City National Bank, the official bank of the LA Galaxy. Quite a few changes for Kurt Arnolfo, Christian, tonight.
Yeah, in fact, 5 big changes from that team that went away to Real Salt Lake 2 weeks ago before the international break. Smith, Van Dam, who comes back from suspension. Our first look at Ashley Cole at left back. The only unchanged part of that defense is going to be Daniel Steres and Clement Diop. Unchanged midfield, Alessandrini wide on the rights with Jones back from international duty. João Pedro in that holding role with Ima Boateng getting the start due to the injury of Seba Lletget. And up top, Giovanni Dos Santos returns after missing out on their last game through injury, and Jack McBean forming the partnership tonight.
And we are underway. And the Galaxy will start defending their goal to their right as you look at your TV, going left to right in the all dark blue kits, Vancouver in the whites.
It's the debut of the blue on blue, unveiled for the first time. And speaking of first time, Vancouver making a blockbuster trade, as you alluded to in the pregame show. We'll see how it pans out. Kekuta Mane shipped off to the Columbus Crew for a boatload of cash, plus Tony Ciani. They're very high on Tony Ciani. Think he can be that box-to-box athletic attacking creator that they're so looking for. It's a Vancouver team that started in similar vein here to the LA Galaxy this season, and still, of course, looking for their first win after a draw against, of course, Philadelphia the first time out, and a loss to Toronto SC the last time out. Those sandwiching, of course, a defeat away to San Jose. So 2 teams that have gotten off to shaky starts here, Alan, that have something to prove.
Minnesota, who came into the weekend with 1 point tied with Vancouver, got their first win in franchise history, 4-2 over RSL. Not exactly a good result for them. That means right now Vancouver finds himself holding up the entire Western Conference. The Galaxy not too far in front of them. So this is a match you got to have, despite the BC Place environs, who have not been too kind. Nonetheless, I think in terms of the Galaxy, Mane being out is a plus because he always proved to be a very dangerous player when it came to the LA Galaxy.
Yeah, very much a different player than we see the likes of Tony Ciani, and it's the fact that, Vancouver and their head coach, Carl Robinson, said, hey, we need more numbers in the box. Width is not a problem. That's what Mane provided, and we'll see if it has any influence. Hopefully, for the Galaxy's sake, it won't have much of an influence, but certainly a team that's renowned for its attacking traditions will be a big test for that LA defense.
Well, scrappy beginning early on. We'll get to the actions we've set the table for you. And Clement Diop hauls it in, goes down to all fours, and his first action is a good one. He's in for Brian Rowe. Clement Diop, like many, has emerged from the depths of Galaxy 2 and has the opportunity here as the Galaxy has basically decided the last couple of years from a roster building standpoint is to not invest heavily in that position when it comes to hard money and to try to find value. They're hoping the combination of Rowe and Diop, neither one necessarily clear number 1, but maybe the competition pushes one at different times of the season so someone can solidify that spot. We shall see.
Yeah, every manager wants competitions for spots. It brings out the best in training. It brings out the best in the matches. And right now, I'd have to say, a decision well made by Kurt Arnolfo, because in my opinion, Clement Diop is the out-and-out number 1. It's his job to lose.
Well, speaking of lose, possession lost by Vancouver after a couple of pings. That means a free kick, a corner kick for Mr. Alessandrini, who has been very good.
Yeah, I think he's been LA's best player, part of a series of individual matchups we'll talk about as the game wears on.
The blue on blue, first corner kick of the match, 4th minute. Driven low, looking for Van Dam. It was short. Nathan Smith, the revelation in that victory over RSL, plays it back first time. Great work by Alessandrini, and that one whipped in, hauled in, no problem at all for David Osted.
Osted, welcome back into the front. We talk about Alessandrini. I think it's going to be fascinating to see his individual battle, going up that right-hand side against the likes of Jordan Harvey. Alessandrini has been a revelation, in my opinion. No one has worked harder in the first 3 games of the season. The question is, does he have the engine to keep up such a high level, such a high standard?
Vancouver looking for someone to marshal the attack. They've gone through quite a few playmakers. Tried Marlon Rosales for a moment and tried Tybert in that position. Just has not found the consistency.
Gershon Coffey as
That's
well.
right. Just not found that guy who can consistently pull the strings. And I think at this point, Carl Robinson is trying to figure out what can he do, because at some point the results are going to have to start coming his way consistently. But right now,
I mean, all too
first
often,
things first, trying to get that first dub of the season.
yeah, and it's funny. We talked about the style, the personality of the LA Galaxy. In similar vein, it's a Vancouver team looking for an identity. I know it's a cliche, but they don't know how to play. They've got some new faces, 9 new ones, and you include Chani. So they're feeling it out here and trying to really establish who they are as a team. Similar vein to the Galaxy.
Jermaine Jones buzzing. Quick restart. Bumped off the ball, gave it away. Christian Chetta. The Chetta keeps going. Jones blocked it off of him, I believe. Should be Galaxy throw. Good piece of defending recovery by the second Jones, who wear number 13 for the LA Galaxy. Kobe Jones and Joe Tutino are partners on the television broadcast side this evening.
They always get the good assignments, don't they? Enjoying a nice day in British Columbia.
Man, oh man, Vancouver, picturesque here, early spring. Ball whipped in, back post, Ashley Cole. What a big time play. Christian Bolaños was lurking, knocking on the back door. The door looked like it was ajar, but Mr. Cole there shut it just in time. Great defensive work here, Miles.
Yes, it did. Too much room on that right-hand side for the cross to come in. All credit to Ashley Cole. He was alert to the cause, kept his mark, didn't get caught ball watching, and really made that last-ditch clearance exactly when they needed it.
Tell you what a great little clip. You see him look twice over his left shoulder and knew exactly where Bolaños was.
Head on a swivel.
Key intervention. First corner kick of the match for Vancouver, 1 apiece. Bolaños thwarted there, tries to get something going, looping ball to the corner, headed away. Jean Pedro gives chase for just a moment. Alfonso Davies around the corner still, left-footed ball, back post, and Boateng has to retreat. Bolaños chops it to Techeta. Techeta cuts inside not once but twice. Oh, Clement Diop took a fastball high, stayed high and strong, and he pushes it up over the top. Big time play by Mr. Diop.
Yeah, outstanding save. Big, strong hands from the Frenchman, saving LA's bacon here, because in the first 7 minutes, it has been all Vancouver. Wonderful, sweet feet here by Techera, slaloming through the entire LA back line. No one picking him up. A big, big break for the Galaxy there.
Second straight corner leads to a third. Jones promptly bangs it out from which it came.
That was coming in hot.
Yeah, it was.
10
that
yards
was
out.
a real fastball there. Baseball season upon us. So the early storm inside BC Place, the roof is closed. Third corner. Can they weather it? The LA Galaxy, another ball deep back post, a push in the back. McBean was there defensively.
And clear-cut foul, easy one for the referee tonight, Alan Chapman. But what's concerning here for the LA Galaxy is how much space is being afforded in those wide areas. And Bolaños partially responsible for carving out that opportunity for Techera. And wonderful anticipation. Once again, Clement Diop, a super save, and justifying his selection ahead of Rowe in goal.
Bean. Good challenge that time. Matching his great effort there defensively before. Ball looking for McBean off the chest. Good work by Shannon Williams. Shannon been around the league, was with the Dynamo. Good solid player.
He needed some help at right back, a defender first, an attacker second. Provides a real strong, big athletic presence on the right-hand side, but LA are going to have to get a foot in midfield right now, because so far it's the Whitecaps show. They've dominated possession. They've asked the questions. And one wonders if we might have to see Giovanni Dos Santos just drop a little bit deeper behind Jack McBean just to get that extra man in midfield and provide a little bit more steel and resilience.
Good work by Jones. Does he see it out? He does. Best defender in the world, the sideline. Jones cut the angle. Did a great job that time. Andrew Jacobson didn't agree necessarily, but run off by the much stronger international Jones.
Yeah, Jacobson part of 3 changes from the Vancouver team that lost the last time out in that big Canadian rivalry match against Toronto FC before the international break. He comes into the center of midfield for Tybert. A bit of a similar tactical setup for them, and Mesquita will take a spot on the bench as Teixeira and Hurtado, who will lead the line up top. They're looking for those attacking answers.
Here's Boateng, first time he's been isolated. Ashley Cole on his bike. Cole rewarded with the run. Boateng steps it up as well. Cole inside to Jones. Jones looking for McBean. Mishit it. Short for Dos Santos. Van Dam was there to get a piece. Keep it in. Good work by Dos Santos. The Mexican international, part of a very good Mexican team right now. Hamstring injury slowed his spring, but he's back. João Pedro, another new addition. Van Dam, that's a good ball. Here's a chance here. Dos Santos flattens it out for Jones. Tried to helicopter around, taking off the ball. Play on.
And I like what I see right now because it's just
João
what we were
Pedro,
talking
well done.
about.
That's right.
Is Gio Dos Santos dropping deep, recognizing the need for that extra man just to get a hold of possession, calms things down, and take the sting out of this Vancouver attack because, as they say overseas, they're starting with their tails up, concerted attacking pressure, dominating, and LA just trying to stem the tide here.
Don't miss a single match by becoming an LA Galaxy season ticket member. 2017 season tickets start for as low as $16.50. Include the remaining 15 home games. By becoming a member, you get to enjoy pre-sale access to games, 20% off Galaxy Team Score purchases, and much more. Go to lagalaxy.com season tickets or call 877-3-GALAXY.
And it's been interesting here. You can tell this is a Vancouver team with a point to prove. A lot of pressure, a lot of questions being asked of Carl Robinson. He wanted to make the trade. He was a big proponent of that trade for Chani, which is about 6 weeks in the making. And let's not forget, this is a Vancouver team that really had a bad 2016. They missed out on the playoffs after that great run to the Western Conference semifinals 2 years ago. So now is the time when they need to be counted. And like we saw with Analfo the last time out, he needs to answer the questions. Robinson, perhaps a little bit of pressure on those sidelines for Vancouver.
McBean, Dos Santos. Galaxy now into the game. Boateng uses every width of the field here at BC Place. A 1-2. Boateng cuts inside, back outside. Williams does well defensively, and that'll be a goal kick. Good individual battles taking place all over the field. Williams and that time Boateng.
You said it, Alan. It's exactly, and it's about individual battles.
It is.
We talked about Alessandrini against Harvey, and this is going to be equally fascinating because Ima Boateng can get by Shannon Williams at will. He's got the edge in pace, but what he has in pace, he loses in power, and that's where Williams has the advantage. So was it the old size versus speed argument is going to be at stake there?
Well, he got Shannon Williams beat him that time in the small space. Let's see if that can change over a greater distance. Van Dam isolated one-on-one. That one, no problem at all for Diop. Smith there tracking. Smith has displaced the early season starter Rafa Garcia, who is learning a new position. So Smith has come in. Smitty, as the guys call him.
And we saw him start against the Portland Timbers at left back, a chance to come in at right back, and really performed well that last half an hour. A big part of that really complete turnaround for Galaxy 2 weeks ago at Real Salt Lake. And let's be honest, they were outplayed the first 20 minutes, played off the park, and that sending off changed everything. Question is, can they create those chances and really utilize the best from Gio Dos Santos, and can he in turn create those chances for Jack McBean?
Tim Parker, the unforced error. That's a player that does not want to have too much of the ball. And that'd be a player I would drop way off of and make him dictate. You know, you made a point earlier, and we're talking about just a sense of urgency for Mr. Robinson. I got to think this is really a test. Good ball into the backside for Teixeira. Bolaños making a run, deflected in front. Steres shepherding Bolaños, who tracks it down.
There's better defending from Smith, who really closed down well.
Good laser there. Jones, well tracked, as he had Jacobson marked step for step, and now he's leading the charge forward.
And we saw Smith really laying back and just playing too deep, and good to see him make that step forward, limit that space, and really cut off that supply line.
Right. Jones bringing some class to the possession. Boateng, my point, Christian, and you know this because you are very much a man about the Northwest. If I'm a Vancouver Whitecaps fan, I'm wondering, is my club really in it? Because if I look at the other Cascadia teams, they got stars on their jerseys, which means that they've won. And that used to be early on a cute little rivalry, Cascadia Cup. Well, Portland and Seattle now are all about those rings. Vancouver's been left high and dry, so I want to see more from Vancouver if I'm a fan up there, just because of how much they've fallen behind. And those other two organizations that very much they got a chance to sort of be buoyed with early on.
I think you hit the nail on the head. It's a year of transition for them as well. Part of the reason why they made those 9 new players come in, those big signings, Freddie Montero, given that DP status, comes in, and the big trade in the midweek. Can they gel? It's going to take some time. It's not something where you just hit the ground running. It's, from the word go.
Good ball out to the left. Vancouver's bossed the game, but the Galaxy defense has been strong, bending, but yet to be broken. Van Dam past the stretch Pedro. Andrew Jacobson tried to slip it through. John Pedro able to get a piece and able to win it in the passing lane, but he's overrun by a recovering Vancouver Whitecap player. And over the top now. First time ball's very good. How about Steres there? Tell you what, it's not anything you want to say, but the defending, everyone has been locked. No ball launching and some very good individual defensive plays so far.
Yeah, but it's scrambling after the fact where the damage is done. A long ball played up and over the top just behind the right back, Nathan Smith. Clearly onside, volleyed across. Credit the positioning here and the understanding between Steres and Van Dam to prevent further damage. The corner's becoming an issue already for the Caps.
Yup. Double fist that one away. Alessandrini pops that one up into the space. Dos Santos lost it. Dos Santos trying to get it back. Teixeira, another cross. Cole, always aware. He'll just carry it on out, sweeps it forward. Here's McBean. Solid but not spectacular so far. His long ball blocked and out of the way.
And they're just starting to settle right now. And those butterflies, you've had 2 weeks off. Not every one of these players has been on international duty, like Jermaine Jones, like Kendall Waston for the Vancouver Whitecaps and Christian Bolaños. These guys have been chomping at the bit, training for the last 2 weeks, got a lot of rest. And now those butterflies being put aside, LA starting to settle, starting to dictate, much like we've seen them dictate possession, where they've dominated possession in each of their 3 games so far.
Here's Zhao. Good long curling sweeping ball. Williams didn't have any information, had to side foot it away. And after giving up 4 consecutive corners after getting the first of the match, the Galaxy will get one in reply.
I like that a lot, because that ball coming in asking the questions. The late run from Gio Dos Santos creates a 2v1 and an overload with Williams, who had to tend, not with Dos Santos on his right, but Ima Boateng really encroaching in on his left.
Alessandrini, the number 7, looking good in blue. Bangs in a good ball, went beyond Jones. Boateng, strategically one of the fastest players in the league, is there as the last man. He sweeps possession back to his team. Cole looking for Boateng. Instead finds Van Dam. His header across to 6. Scooped up.
Looked to be a little bit of a shove in the back that time by Tim Parker.
Ball over the top, very good. Diop off his line in no man's land! And the goal for Vancouver! Teixeira is there. Diop came off his line, makes a critical mistake. The ball, the man, he didn't get either one. And a banging ball by Williams. See the Galaxy concede first here at BC Place.
Look away. What are you doing, Clement Diop, who's been
ball.
brilliant, but off his line. There's no need to come outside of your penalty area when you've got João Pedro there in a 1v1 situation. This is an out-and-out howler, a blunder from Diop. There's no sugarcoating it. It has cost LA the first goal, and now Clement Diop is going to have to look at this replay. He'll want to have it back, and he needs to atone here. Get it out of his mind. There's nothing he can do about it, and move on. 1-0 to Vancouver.
Well, and this is part of his evaluation.
His maturation process. And now more questions will be asked. The goalkeeping controversy again rears its ugly head.
So Vancouver strike first. Had a pair of scoreless draws a year ago in the 3 meetings. Well, we will not have one in this one. Vancouver trying to get that very first W of the season. See how the Galaxy respond.
And just when LA were starting to settle, starting to get their rhythm, get some ball circulation through the midfield, establish a tempo, and we're seeing a shot here of Kurtanalfa's face. To be honest, he's not very happy. We can't repeat what he was saying. Kurtanalfa knows it was an error, but it's time to move on.
Cole, great ball to Boateng, but it goes off his left foot last for a goal kick. Jacobson was there defensively. Always tough to measure a goalkeeper's mistake because obviously he gets the same amount of opportunity to make mistakes.
Well,
and just in that case, you just ask what was the decision making you were taking in, what variables were you seeing, just the time of the game, just 19 minutes in, just didn't seem like you'd be so willing to risk it all in that moment. Nonetheless, Vancouver get a gift. They'll take it. They've unwrapped it. They've thrown away the receipt and popped off the tag, and they're wearing it, happy to. Offside here, just barely on the quick restart.
I think you bring up a great point in terms of the evolution and the maturation of a goalkeeper. You take the good with bad here with Clement Diop. He's been brilliant, as we said. Made a great save to deny Teixeira earlier. But decision-making is always that last part that seems to come together for a successful goalkeeper. Shot stopping a lot of time relies on instincts. That was a decision-making mistake, and obviously the wrong decision made, which does present Vancouver the gift, unfortunately.
And Parker sprays another easy pass. I would like to see the Galaxy do something to try to isolate Parker and continue to make him a turnover machine. The ball from Williams was fantastic, it has to be said. It was the one ball that could beat the Galaxy defense. Diop felt like he had to break glass in case of emergency. And in the end, the opportunity squandered. Davies, does he get fouled here? No call here.
Easily could have been a penalty. Jelle Van Damme was beaten for pace.
Davies went flying into the box. The 16-year-old Christian, born in November of 2000.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me.
2000.
He was born after Y2K.
Y2K. Oh.
Talk about making me feel old. Thanks for that one, Alan.
Hey, the kid is 16. You're wondering how he's wearing 67. Well, you're not getting much juice when you're 16.
I'll tell you what, though, he made Jelle Van Damme look really old there.
There's no gifts here. No such thing as old and young players, only good and bad ones. Halfway through the first half here, Galaxy trail on the road. BC Place. Number one here since 2013. Can they get a quick reply? Dos Santos up. McBean had a good look at it. He knows that was a quality opportunity. And it goes for naught.
I mean, look at this here on the penalty on the replay. Clear penalty for me.
Ooh,
absolutely
really?
no question about it.
Let's see.
Steps through it, gets him whack right there. No doubt about it. Jelle Van Damme with a monster break. Clear impediment to the goal. Didn't get the ball. Jelle Van Damme just coming back from suspension. In my opinion, a massive break. Clear-cut penalty.
I don't know. I would like to think that, I don't know. Hard to say. I thought maybe there was some contact with his right thigh and the left foot. Nonetheless, you're right. A break, nonetheless. Jones tries to volley that one on the switch. Williams shoulder to shoulder with McBean. Just a good look at the Galaxy reserves who've gotten up here. Saw Yossi Zardes, one of them. I would expect to see him this evening.
Let's hope so. And they may need him as well. Right now, the shape of this LA Galaxy team is in question. The defense is not in line. It's not in sync. They've been beaten for pace in the wide areas. Long searching direct balls have also exposed some flaws, exposed some gaps.
Well, and also, you know, there are balls that you concede defensively, and you say if they hit this ball, then so be it. Well, Williams hit the one ball that eliminated everyone. And if he can hit that ball 10 out of 10, then good for him. Here's a chance here for the Galaxy. Corner kick.
That's a great run from Nathan Smith, who continues to impress. And that's where he's at his best. He's better on the front foot than perhaps the likes of a Rafa Garcia.
Ashley Cole making his 2017 debut. Alessandrini, third corner. Third time the charm, back post. Jones in the neighborhood. Jacobson's been good on the other side of the ball this match so far. Good work by Cole.
And just take the sting out, work it around, get some possession, get the confidence in, forget about the mistake, and play your way back into this game slowly but surely.
What a ball by Jones. Parker isolated one-on-one. Shot in! Oh, it's in! It's in! 1-1. Alessandrini, a low banger at the near post, fools the Vancouver goalkeeper. He had two looks at it, and I said Parker was the guy you had to isolate, and 1-1 on a couple of goalkeeping mistakes here in Vancouver.
Oh,
what a ball by Jones, though.
Oh.
Again, the ball that you concede to stay compact defensively, the Galaxy hit perfectly. Oh, no, off the top of his head. Oh, a bit of a blooper here on April 1st. No doubt, no fooling, it's 1-1.
Wonderful ball pinged in for Alessandrini. Great in 1v1 situations. Jordan Harvey conceding too much space. Usted has to stop this, and as embarrassed as Diop was on the other end, Usted, he'll want to have this one back. You know he's going to be DVRing it a little bit later, saying, I should have gone to my left a little bit more. All credit, and you couldn't think of a better guy to get his first goal in Major League Soccer. Roman Alessandrini, the hardest working man in MLS and the Galaxy, exposing those defensive flaws, just desserts, and mistakes, the underlying theme tonight.
Pedro with a sweet little outside the right foot ball. Jones trying to thread the needle. Boateng cleans it up. Galaxy flowing now. Pedro.
Goalkeeping.
That was unlucky, though, off the top of his head. He couldn't do it again if he tried. A little 1-2 wall pass. Jones and Dos Santos. McBean. Cole. The goal and the confidence for the Road Warriors. McBean. Stretching, losing it. Davies cuts inside. He is slick, smooth.
He's got a little edge and base.
No
on
call,
Ashley
though.
Cole.
The Liberian. The ball doesn't lie, nonetheless. Bolaños stretching the field. Cross midfield.
We're looking at a volcanic Carl Robinson. You know he's just stewing.
Both coaches.
What is a calm demeanor. He's not at all pleased with that lack of penalty decision, as well as that foul just a moment ago.
Williams had a hand in the Vancouver goal. Here's Davies with Cole. Davies. Toe pokes it back. Williams. Diop! Low. And that one rifled right back in, but clearly away. First of his MLS career for Mr. Alessandrini. Christian Miles, tell me what Ashley Cole was doing in 2000. He's going up against a man much younger. Don't need any goal line technology, clearly.
Captaining Arsenal.
After Oste, exactly. That one going off his head and in and over the line. McBean was there just in case. I think it's an own goal.
And it looks as though that could be the case. Unlucky for Usted.
It's very unlucky, but clearly as he swatted and tried to bat it away from the line. It goes off the back of his head.
Can't give that space if you're Jordan Harvey, because that's where Roman Alessandrini has been burying left backs throughout this entire season.
And it has to be said, got caught in the near post, maybe thinking he was going to be much more of a goal-scoring provider than looking for one himself.
It's a match that's been predicated. It'll be, look, you read it in the papers, the first half characterized by some defensive mistakes, but it's also being won in those wide areas where Vancouver early on had those really bright moments. LA returning fire, some positive runs down the left-hand side by Boateng, as well as
No one
Nathan
happier than
Smith
that
and
man.
Alessandrini.
Right? And happier than Clement Diop. Won't get the clean sheet tonight. Love the victory. Good ball through by McBean. Boateng looking for Dos Santos. Great run by Dos Santos. He leads it to the back post. Alessandrini! Oh, what a goal! The first one was good. The second one better. From a goal down to a goal in front. LA on the road have stormed back here on the half-hour mark on a great team goal for the men in blue.
Vive la France.
My goodness, what a daisy cutter of a goal.
And this goal is made by the header won by Jones, played for McBean, who adroitly finds Boateng, clearly onside. He does everything right, a simple square ball, a late run drifting centrally from Roman Alessandrini, and he's got a lot of work to do here. Hits it first time, picks his place, opts for placement over power.
Look at the Dos Santos
and
run.
Slowly rolls it right past Usted.
Yeah.
Lights out, 2 goals in 4 minutes. Roman Alessandrini justifying that designated player tag.
Well, and I just love the run by Dos Santos. We talk about this all the time.
Dummy run.
It's all about how you play off the ball, young kids. You're not going to have the ball for 90 minutes. You're going to have the ball for maybe 3 minutes if you're lucky in a 90-minute game. And the run by Dos Santos takes Parker out of that space. And it's just a huge hole with Alessandrini, as if he was called in for dinner and he wanted to get one more in. Just smashes it first time. Osted no chance. And a great response by the Galaxy again on the road. You talk about identity formation, Christian. Perhaps a road warrior mentality growing in front of our eyes. Here's the man on a hat trick here in the first half. Bossing the game, driving it forward. We'll wait for help. Jean Pedro wants it, gets it. Smitty involved. Steris, too much there. Hey, give McBean credit too, and Jones, because they just did their job on that. Nothing sexy, right? A lot of dads, a lot of soccer parents don't see that, but the header by Jones and McBean just playing two-touch.
Right now, this is Nathan Smith,
Yep,
the man
he's down
on the right-hand side for the Galaxy. His play continues to move down.
Cole trying to figure out what he should do.
Cole.
And they're going to keep playing. Cole still seeing if he should knock it out. Boateng and Cole will keep going.
I don't think they see it.
And Jones is looking. Yeah, I think they're just going to roll it out. Still not sure. And there it is.
It's Roman Alessandrini. Slow to get up here. Remember, they're playing on an artificial surface. The first time LA has seen that this season. Jean Pedro also coming up the worst for wear.
Oh, that's what it was right there. Jacobson with a shoulder into the sternum. And the referee didn't see much of it.
No, it's tough to tell from our vantage point, Alan, but
well, there's always collateral damage and incidental contact along the way. This gives us an opportunity to let you know you're invited, LA Galaxy fans, to volunteer with the LA Galaxy Foundation during the 2017 season. Support LA Galaxy community partners such as Tree People, Habitat for Humanity, Heal the Bay, and LA Regional Food Bank. To learn more and how to become an LA Galaxy volunteer, visit lagalaxy.com/foundation Fridays. Clearly the man of the match so far. I mean, Alessandrini, maybe one of those players that the Galaxy pick up that's off a lot of people's radar that could prove to be a difference.
he had a blossoming career in France. Actually was due for a call-up in 2015 from Didier Deschamps. Went down with injury. He was coming into his own. And some great quotes, some great comments made by Alessandrini this week saying, hey, from Guignon to LA, if someone had told me it's like this, I would have come here 10 years ago. He called LA the city of the extraordinary, and really endearing himself to the fans. He's been by far and away the best player for the Galaxy this season.
35th minute. BC plays lulled to a dull murmur after a shocking start. Hurtado knocked off the ball. Galaxy have settled in and find themselves in control here with the throw in. 35th minute.
We talked about what a big game this is for not just the Galaxy, Vancouver as well. They expanded their seating for this game at BC Place, upped it to 25,000. And said, hey, anytime LA comes to town, it's a must-win game for us. David Ostett taking particular attention to that, saying this is a must-win for us. Anytime LA comes in, we need to be at our best.
And why not? Boateng. McBean's having a strong outing. Alessandrini, no worse for wear after that challenge. Boateng finds a little pocket. Little 1-2. Great work here. Boateng on that left foot deflected. It's going to stay in. Oh, and then Ostett can't believe it. He misplays that one as well.
And the Big Dane.
Oh, this is a chance right here for a knockout punch if you're the LA Galaxy, or at least a knockdown. Vancouver struggling, rattled here.
Ostett on walkabout.
Vancouver on the ropes. Alessandrini low. Boateng. Boateng! Oh, he just misses. He gave it a good look. Dipping far post.
And Vancouver right now are out of sorts. They're on the ropes, and they're there for the taking. I tell you what, if David Ostett perhaps had a Real Salt Lake goalkeeper kid on, Ima Boateng probably would have scored that goal.
Wow.
We know how he's been penchant to score against Real Salt Lake, but great test of Ostet's and a lot of questions. Now the Galaxy, they're the ones on the front foot. They're dictating. They're asking the questions here.
And a whistle here.
And it seems to be some discrepancy between Eric Hurtado and Jelle Van Damme. Big Belgian going head-to-head against Hurtado, who's been the mainstay of this attack. A chance for him really to come to the forefront.
Well, these are the kind of fouls that hurt because it was well off the ball and it's in a good spot in terms of distance from goal. However, the straight-on angle does mute the chance just some. We shall see. 37th minute.
This is where it gets scary because Bolaños has a trick or two.
All the short guys on the wall. About Tom. Usually have the big guys in the wall, right? Christian Miles. They said, hey, the 5'6" under league, you get in that wall. Dos Santos, Boateng, and Alessandrini. I'll walk down the street with those guys.
why bother jumping? No point. And ironically, Van Damme's the one who thinks he's the little man who can play like
I love it. I love it.
Heading it away.
Someone needs to. I hope that's a picture. That's got to be a picture somewhere, please.
Yeah.
Those guys caption this, you know. Nonetheless, 38th minute. Love the response.
Yeah, fantastic. Great point, Alan.
Davies
Heads down, and they really have shown a good response and strong character.
Jones wins the goal kick. What a great piece of defending there. Tell you what, Davies, he is not scared at all. Great job. Creates space for himself, turns, runs positively. Then how about this ball right here, too? If not for the great work by Jones, who took a great little route and angle.
And you like to see that because Jones could have ball watched there. Ashley Cole pushing a little higher. Bolaños makes the right decision to make that run. Jones tracks back, plays it off of Bolaños, and it is really a play that comes with experience. And I can't say enough about Jermaine Jones.
Oh, he's a baller. People who criticize Jermaine Jones have not, whatever. He's a player. He's such a good player. Fortunate to spend a lot of time with him. We both were part of Klinsman's setup, and he's just in training. He just does all the things you'd want, and there wouldn't be a player. If you're playing 7-a-side, Dempsey, Bradley, Jones, they'd have those guys all would be on the one team, knowing that the best would be the best. Jones, great mentality, great pickup for LA. Meanwhile, Davies out wide, makes a good run inside. That leaves it for Shannon Williams. Oh, and it's played in behind. Oh, I think Williams was the play there. Davies was the ball that sort of was the changeup.
There's a big hole in midfield.
There was.
Massive hole. Both
what do you think here, Christian?
Pedro
Right
and
to the
Jones
right?
too far up. Plays the reverse ball, and Davis had a wide open Shannon Williams, who had about 10 yards between himself as well as Ashley Cole. But teenage decisions, right?
Well, that wasn't Davies. That was Bolaños there. Davies just running crazy because he's a young man. You know? Great touch by Dos Santos. Handball. Dos Santos wins it back. Boateng, time and space. 40th minute. Only one man there. McBean. Gamble went near. The ball went far. Alessandrini, though, collects from the far post, working on Harvey. Can he earn a corner? Keeps possession.
It's the wrong run, and you said it.
Smith.
McBean goes near. It's a perfect ball from Boateng.
Well, it's a gamble there, right? You know, you're always trying to anticipate. Good work by Jones. He's fouled. Oh, no call. No love for Jermaine Jones. The ball doesn't lie. Cole sweeps it forward. Cole gets forward. Here's Boateng. Head up. McBean calling for it again. Boateng. Davies denies him. Corner kick.
Good 1v1 defending from the teenager Davies to deny Boateng. That's the danger man. He can get in behind at will on that right-hand side of defense behind Shannon Williams. We look at this one here. Jermaine
Parker,
Jones clearly held by Parker, hand on the shoulder, right in front of referee Alan Chapman. I tell you, his consistency and inaccuracy, to me, at least it's consistent. He's calling it both ways.
There's another corner kick. It was once 4-1. Now we have 9 total. Vancouver just one more than their visitors from Los Angeles. Here's another chance for a knockdown punch. Alessandrini has 2 goals. Can he get an assist here? Good looking ball. The header! Away by Parker. Boateng, though, he hasn't let anything past him. Great job tonight as the last man on these corners. He's won every single second ball coming out. Extra possessions. Alessandrini, good first time ball. Jones, first time ball cut out. Here's a chance for the counter. Cole. Diop. Well, he's off his line. Not that far, though.
A little too cute there from Christian Bolaños.
It's almost like a disrespect thing, too, as well. See if we caught you napping.
They remember the mistake and toying with his confidence. Bolaños always has a flair for the magnificent, a penchant for the extraordinary, if you will.
Single game tickets to each of the LA Galaxy's home matches at StubHub Center during the 2017 MLS regular season are on sale now. Tickets start as low as $25. To purchase, call 8773-GALAXY or visit lagalaxy.com/tickets or, of course, StubHub. I would assume as well. Another great venue. If you're not on Clement Diop's guest list. What a ball here. McBean does a job to win it. Boateng. McBean doesn't know where to run. Boateng draws a crowd. Boateng held it at the end. Does get something to show for his work. McBean didn't know if he should overlap, if he should run sharp diagonally in front, and the sort of in-between run.
It's a great decision-making, though, from Ima Boateng. He was not put a foot wrong tonight. He knows when to let up.
He's a real player.
When to take on
he can play in this league.
He knows when to slow down, bring his teammates back into it, knows when to square and go 1v1 and beat his man.
What a different player than he was a year ago. Van Dam making a good run here. The header! Boateng again wins the second ball. Back post! And Stairs was in the neighborhood. Boateng, I tell you what, that's another little, I'd love to clip all his work here on these corner kicks defensively.
He's got to take that first time.
Man.
Smash it right back in. Took an
You would've
extra
thought,
touch
I know.
and played it in. You want to put it right back in there and make the defense make the clearance.
It's almost like a big man. I know you're rooting for your Oregon Ducks. He's done all the work. He's gotten like 10 offensive rebounds. Every once in a while, he should just get to shoot it. I'm with you. I think he should have pulled the trigger there and sort of reward himself for all his great hustle and work.
Get it in the box. Make the defense react. Make them make those decisions and the right decision.
He's on the left. He's on the right. He's been all over. Here's Williams. A lot of the ball for Vancouver has been on the right-hand side. Speaking of which, it's because of 67 Davies. First time ball! Oh, what a chance that was! Stumbling and bumbling. I believe it was Jordan Harvey, and it was. He's looking to see what happened. Nothing happened. He just tripped over himself.
Well, after the no call earlier,
I believe. Let's see.
We'll take a look at this on the replay here. Harvey comes in just behind.
Ooh, there was some contact, wasn't there?
Clip a touch of Jordan Harvey from behind.
It wasn't Von Dam either. It was, I believe, Starrison behind. Meanwhile, McBean. Harvey saying, look, I'm not that clumsy.
I'll take another look at that again. My first instinct upon seeing that.
I thought he fell on his own, but there definitely was a Galaxy player in his blind spot.
But I'll tell you what, Alan Chapman is letting them play tonight. It's been physical at times in those moments when you expect the referee to make a decision. He hasn't, to his credit or discredit, but on that occasion, as we take another look, this one played over brilliantly, squared across by Davies. It goes beyond the first man, Hurtado, and there is Nathan Smith. And the question, was it shoulder to shoulder? Perhaps the right call in the end made by Alan Smith.
Here's a chance here, Diop! Davies! Diop in no man's land! Where is Clement Diop? Where is Diop? Oh, it's wide! Adventures in goalkeeping here in stoppage time as Teixeira, who got one gift, tried to get another. Oh my goodness, what in the world as the last minute or so of this first half.
This is like watching Benny Hill.
Yeah, the flag stayed down, Diop came out, won the first one, and then he's just chasing the play. And Teixeira, Hurtado, give him credit, was brave. Give Davies credit too, because he went flying, and instead of looking at the goal, he actually plays in a good ball, and it was always going to be wide.
I'm going to give credit to Clement Diop. He has to make that challenge. He's clearly behind the defense. A 1v1, he comes out, narrows down the angle, makes the stop, makes the tackle, gets the ball.
You can sell me on that. I like it.
I think it's where he was.
It's you know, hunt or be hunted at that point.
He was wrong.
He forced the action.
He was wrong on his first one. He did need to come out. But Hurtado clearly behind, acres of space. Credit Clement Diop, who read the situation, was fleet of foot, made the tackle, allowed his defense to recover. But this begs the bigger point, Alan. This is a defense. They're not in sync. They're not well organized right now. They're being exposed in the wide areas and directly right up the guts.
Well, that may be the case. At the end of 45 minutes, Mr. Alessandrini's proven to be the best player on the pitch. And here inside BC Place, after going a goal down, LA Galaxy storm in front here at halftime, looking for 2 straight wins away from home. LA 2, Vancouver 1. Don't go anywhere. All the halftime happenings coming up next here on the LA Galaxy Broadcast Network.
StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same: to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Friday, April 7th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on the Montreal Impact. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets.
76 introduces The Long Cut, spending a little extra time exploring the open road. We even made a fancy new TV commercial, and we're going to have our director describe it.
So like we see these guys and they're like, what's a long cut? Boom, they're all like, whoa, this is awesome. And then they're at a 76 station and they're like, time for gas. And then it's like, and that is pretty much what the commercial is.
Anyway, we want to hear all about your long cuts too. Share yours today using the hashtag 76longcut. 76, we're on the driver's side.
What you doing, Dad?
Just adding to my Shasta Can Pyramid, son. A monument to the awesomest moments of my life. Here's the Tiki Punch from Summer Vacation '92. Oh, and the can of black cherry from the day you were born.
Can I help?
Sure, kiddo.
No. Oh, boy.
And these are the Shastas as the day we started rebuilding my Shasta Pyramid. Shasta, family trusted since 1889.
And there when you celebrate life's moments.
It has to be Shasta.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
Come in now and get the 2016 you've been waiting for at Toyota's annual clearance event. Save big with an incredible 0 APR on 10 of our best-selling models, including the 2016 Camry, Corolla, and RAV4. You can even get 0 APR on the redesigned 2016 Prius. Hurry in before they're gone. Financing through Toyota Financial Services to well-qualified customers. Must take delivery from 2016 new car dealer stock by midnight September 6. Offers may vary by region.
Now it's easier than ever to search for the best deal on a Toyota car, truck, or SUV. Just visit buyatoyota.com, the only official site for your Southern California Toyota dealers. There, you can locate a dealer, search our inventory, and find the perfect car with all our current offers. Save time and money. Go direct to the source. Buyatoyota.com.
We make it easy on you.
Toyota, let's go places.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. Shasta. Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy. It has to be Shasta.
Welcome back. A first half that had a little bit of everything. The Galaxy went from a goal down to a goal in front. 45 minutes in the books here at BC Place. LA Galaxy 2. Their host, the Whitecaps of Vancouver 1. Alan Hopkins, Christian Miles. So glad you could join us. The halftime report brought to you by StubHub. Galaxy fans, did you know the StubHub app is personalized just for you? Get the app today. Start at StubHub and let the fun find you. StubHub, the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of your LA Galaxy. Well, the week in MLS got underway with a pair of scoreless draws yesterday on the final day of March. Toronto and SKC, Sporting KC scoreless, as well as Atlanta and Seattle. NYCFC came from behind. They won 2-1 against San Jose. Chicago and Montreal share the points in a 2-2 draw. Columbus 2-0 over Orlando. Miram hat-trick leading the way there. Philadelphia fall to DC 2-1. Minnesota, as I mentioned earlier in the first half, get their very first victory, 4-2 over RSL. Houston 4, New York Red Bulls 1, not the start they wanted. And here, 2-1 at halftime. The round comes to an end. Portland hosting New England. Christian, your thoughts on what you've seen so far here in BC Place from a game LA Galaxy side?
Well, it's kind of gone as scripted as we've seen all season. LA a little bit slow out of the gates. Vancouver playing with tempo, asking the questions, very much on the front foot, seizing the initiative. Some questions being asked of that LA defense, which at times was in tatters. A huge goalkeeping mistake from Clement Diop, allowing that first goal from Vancouver, but I've got to say the favor was returned, and you got to credit, this is where LA are better, in that final third, in that attacking third. Alessandrini has been a revelation, able to take advantage of some porous defending. It's been sloppy in the back for both of these two. Let's not sugarcoat it, and let's call it what it is. The defending has not been up to par, and some questionable moments. Was it a penalty kick from Jelle Van Damme as he brought down the attacker in the box? We saw a little bit later when Smith brought down Harvey. In my opinion, the first was a penalty, the second wasn't. So perhaps 50-50 to even themselves out.
Oh, my friend, the glass is not half full, despite the Galaxy digging themselves in a couple of different holes. They do have that lead after one half of action, and I do think there's a lot to be said for all those questions that Christian has posed. We'll see what kind of answers we get when we come back on the other side of the break. Stats and a couple of keys to half number 2 here as the Galaxy try to make it 2 straight dubs away from home. Don't go anywhere. Galaxy 2, Vancouver 1, the LA Galaxy Broadcast Network.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
76 introduces the long cut, spending a little extra time exploring the open road. We even made a fancy new TV commercial, and we're going to have our director describe it.
So like we see these guys and they're like, what's a long cut? Boom, they're all like, whoa, this is awesome. And then they're at a 76 station and they're like, time for gas. And then it's like, and that is pretty much what the commercial is.
Anyway, we want to hear all about your long cuts too. Share yours today using the hashtag 76longcut. 76. We're on the driver's side.
I'm Chris Klein, president of the LA Galaxy, and we're a client of City National Bank. When we look at our organization on the field and then off the field, we want to put together a great team, and City National has become part of that team. The business side of the game starts long before the whistle kicks off, from setting the stadium up to understanding how to sell tickets to watch our great team play this game. For our business to function, we need to have a reliable bank as part of our team. Our brand grows as the sport of soccer grows, and City National helps us bring Galaxy to the world. I love my job. I love coming to work every day and being part of an organization like the LA Galaxy. It's the team across the league that everyone looks at, that everyone wants to be a part of. Anyone that we're involved with, we want to be the best, whether the players we put on the field or who we bank with, and we have that with City National. City National is the way up for the LA Galaxy.
City National Bank, the way up. Learn more at cnb.com/LA Galaxy, member FDIC.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same: to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Friday, April 7th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on the Montreal Impact. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets.
We have the slight edge in shots on goal as we return here to LA Galaxy Broadcast Network. 6 shots for Vancouver, 5 for the visitors. And really, if you look at the next set of stats, the corners favoring the Galaxy 6-4, missed chances 0, duels 1, 28-19 in favor of the Galaxy. Clearances about even, 13-10, fouls 6-2 in favor of Vancouver in terms of committing the most. And I tell you what, the one stat that jumps out to me is the 200 passes the Galaxy completed, and how in the final third they completed 70% of those passes. I thought that added a little fluidity, and of course it helps when Mr. Alessandrini, the best player on the pitch according to the Audi Index, has a pair of goals. I wouldn't need any Audi Index to tell me he's been the difference this evening. What does he bring to this Galaxy team that could be a sort of Sebastian Giovinco type of effect on what could be a very good attack?
Well, what he could bring by season's end is Newcomer of the Year award, because if he keeps this up, that's exactly where he's headed. A tireless engine, a tireless work ethic. He continues to run, but the pace that he has running at Harvey, who is all too well aware of that pace, dropping off, giving the space, and Alessandrini, an experienced pro that he is, cuts it back, takes advantage of that space, and poses the question to the goalkeeper, David Usted, who in all honesty was a little bit unlucky, but should do a little bit better. And Alessandrini following that at 4 minutes later with that strike. I say the attacking third play has been magnificent tonight. On the other side, Ima Boateng has been quite the addition. The movement off the ball, a point that you made in that first half, has been great from Gio Dos Santos. The question is, I'd like to see a little bit better play between Dos Santos and Jack McBean and get those two more involved on a consistent basis. But it's been great in terms of an attacking standpoint. In the back, still a lot of questions to be answered.
We shall see if some of those answers go the Galaxy's way when we come back. Second half kick from BC Place. Can LA maintain this 2-1 lead? We shall see. Don't go anywhere. You're enjoying the LA Galaxy Broadcast Network.
It's a new era for the LA Galaxy with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same, to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Friday, April 7th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on the Montreal Impact. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Galaxy fans, Papa John's has a new offer for you this season. Every Galaxy game day, get 50% off your online order of regular menu price items using promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. That's right. Cheer on the Galaxy every game day with 50% off your entire online order at Papa John's. Enter promo code GALAXY online at papajohns.com to redeem better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy. Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up, LA, for nonstop flights to more than 38 cities nationwide with Alaska Airlines. As fans of the most decorated club in league history, it's only right that you get tons of nonstop access to your favorite destinations from one of the finest airlines in the land. Pack your bags, pack your jersey, and pack your full 90 for nonstop flights to cheer the Galaxy when they go on the road. Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up for nonstop flights on Alaska Airlines.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. Power up like a pro. Contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Tonight, some of the greatest artists, performers, and athletes in the world will be pouring their souls out at stadiums and theaters across this city. Tonight, thousands of fans will lose themselves in a sea of like-minded strangers. We still have a few tickets if you'd like to join. We know this may not be a convenient time for you. We know it's not easy to get out. But something amazing is going to happen tonight. And we think you should be there. StubHub, your ticket out.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. StubHub. Hey, Galaxy fans. StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. And Toyota. Let's go places. LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Maple-flavored gum, the beautiful, beautiful Northwest, the Northern Lights as well, all of it here inside BC Place. LA Galaxy 2-1, half number 2 underway. The Galaxy looking resplendent in the all-blue kits. Vancouver in the all-white. Of course, they are the Whitecaps. Freddie Montero is into the match. The only change so far we can identify. Davies trying to thread it through the teenager, as teenagers often do, overcook it. Here we are, Alan Hopkins, Christian Miles, the opening moments of act number 2. We set the stage for you in terms of what happened in the first half. And in the second half, the question shall be, can the Galaxy's resolve around their road travels be bigger than the challenges provided this evening by Vancouver? Clement Diop has to be happy. His team is in front, a reprieve on a couple of moments he wishes he didn't have. Nonetheless, he must have a quick memory here in this league. Davies battling there. Bolaños to Chetta, who was the beneficiary of the Clement Diop mistake.
One change And that made by Vancouver, and it's a big one up top. They brought on the former Seattle Sounder, Freddie Montero, to lead the line as Eric Hurtado's day is done. We'll see if that really changes the way that they're going to approach this game in terms of the attack.
A bungle takeover. It leads to that ball eluding Bolaños. We saw Hurtado go straight to the locker room after getting hurt. Alessandrini feels the contact from behind and goes down.
It's been physical tonight. There's been some questionable decisions, some questionable tackles inside the box. Alessandrini taking a shot from Jacobson earlier. We know from past experiences that these artificial surfaces are unforgiving. And one point that was really made upon social media is how high the LA Galaxy line was being played in the first half. We saw a lot of those direct balls get in behind that back line and asking the question, posing the question to Clement Diop, who I thought answered it superbly the last time. He just got it wrong on the first time. We'll see if that adjusts that way they approach things here in the second half, especially with Montero on for the Whitecaps.
Cole, Boateng, sweet ball back to Boateng. And that one will skip on the line as Watson, the Costa Rican, Pura Vida, concedes the first corner kick of half number 2.
And he had to pick up another great run. I love the movement off the ball. As great as Boateng's decisions have been on the ball, his movement off the ball has been fantastic. That time getting him behind the right back and posing, making Waston come over to cover.
Alessandrini, the low driven ball promptly banged away by the Colombian Montero, who's been around the world quite a bit, seems like, since Seattle.
Were you just quoting Lisa Stansfield there?
It's my man. Heading toward the first 5 minutes in the books here in half number 2.
I like it.
Of course, his beloved Sounders now have that star they always craved and wanted.
And it's interesting, he hasn't started well. He's had some fitness issues. On loan from the Chinese Super League, and even though he made his way over to Portugal after his time with Seattle, his family actually still residing in Seattle, always wanted to come back to the Pacific Northwest.
Alessandrini cleared out by Harvey. Harvey telling him to get up, but that was a reckless challenge. Alessandrini athletic just to avoid the brunt of that challenge. João Pedro. Can he be a Juninho-like? You know, if he can be like Juninho, steady, move the ball, share the rock, he'll be great. And I like what he's done here because he just does his job. He's very much like an offensive lineman. Don't really need to know his name. Here he is in the passing lane right there. Heads it away to Jones. Boateng, sweet first touch. That ball behind Dos Santos. McBean in the same flight pattern as well. Here's Harvey enjoying more of the ball. All the way back, nowhere to go.
So no change in tactics here, Alan, for the second half. Straight up 4-4-2 with Dos Santos and McBean. Pedro holding, Jones given license to get forward a little bit more.
Davies with a stiff arm. Not once but twice on Cole. Cole gives a little business in the back. Youngin.
Well won by Smith.
Here's Jones, takes a good peek behind him. Sweet feet. Left-footed ball. Just short. Williams, it's a tough matchup. Jacobson dips one way, comes back the other. Nowhere to go.
I really like the partnership between João Pedro and Jermaine Jones. I think it could really turn out to be one of the best. And I thought we'd see João Pedro get forward a little bit more, but it's turning out he's playing more withdrawn and giving more license to Jermaine Jones, really taking a lot of that defensive responsibility off the shoulders of Jones as he gets a little bit longer in the tooth, a little bit older now. Remember, he's 35, 36 years of age, covering that ground, even though he won't admit it, isn't as easy as it used to be.
Davies has hardly put a touch wrong, except for that ball right there to the Whitecaps goal scorer, sportscaster Jinx. But when you're 16, all this is gravy right now. He's winning no matter what the result is this evening.
There seems, we're only about 7 minutes deep. There's a better defensive shape here, I think, from LA coming into the second half. They seem to be more in sync, more compact, not getting caught out of position. And we saw a few occasions where Nathan Smith venturing a little too far forward, putting a lot of pressure on Steris and Van Damme, who were isolated, as well as Clement Diop. That might have been one of the big points that Kurt Adolfo addressed at halftime. And I don't know what Kurt Adolfo's been saying at halftime in these last 3 or 4 games, but he might want to record it, because every time they come out like gangbusters in the second half. Markedly better team in the final 45 than they are from the first stanza.
Boateng! Boateng! Oh, first he skips out of one challenge, absorbs a foul, plays in, works a 1-2 with McBean, nearly backheels this ball from behind him. Watch the work by Boateng. Could have went down. Play on. I'll just work a 1-2. No worries. Give it back to me. He almost squeaks through. Parker, heavy-handed there, concedes.
Brilliant.
He has come on. He has really settled in.
And you know what's great about that, Alan? It's not just the technical skill to pull it off. It's the decision-making and when to play in,
That's right.
when to make the run.
Yep.
And that's where Boateng has matured and grown immensely.
Well, I think, if anything, the staff has said, relax, play your game, we got you. As long as you play, it'll be hard to keep you out of the team. Meanwhile, give Vancouver credit. LA has had a couple of chances to pad their lead. They have not. Dos Santos has been quiet so far, and he rings that one wide and high.
Giovanni had a long layoff. Took this one. If it just gets a little too far underneath it, dips much too late. Not the best of efforts. No real scare there for Usted. Yet to see the best of Gio Dos Santos, and there's been a lot of questions this week in the build-up and lead-up to this game. Can he be the man?
Yeah,
Can he be
it's
the
April.
focal point?
He'll be great. I think you'll benefit too from a man who wants to be in the team from Mexico. So, World Cup qualifying, you got to play. Given away, Alessandrini, can he capitalize? Good little move, beats one, draws the crowd on the second, plays out the double team. Here's Smitty. Thought about playing McBean. Great lead by Jones. Dos Santos coming to life here. Curls one on the left foot to Boateng. Cole staying home. Dos Santos back in the pocket. Leaves it for Jones. Those two working a couple of 1-2s. Smitty now getting into the action. The Galaxy with the ball in the lead, enjoying their footy. João Pedro, good knockout wide. Everyone touching it. Cole, except for Diop. McBean, can he keep it? He doesn't want to lose it. The Olays, good run by Cole. Dos Santos dips inside near post. Cole cuts it back, plays through the challenge, looking for the pullback. Jones, oh, and it's wide. It would have been another great team goal by LA. Vancouver on the ropes, and they do not concede that third goal. That one was a great opportunity. Jones, Cole, everyone involved. Look at the touches here, Miles.
And he started it off. Great play to McBean. He keeps up his run. The fullback is pulled out of position, as is Waston. Wide open space. Shrugs off the challenge, plays it at the top, and unfortunately, Jermaine Jones just clips it off. It took a deflection, I believe, off of Alessandrini there, but the approach play, absolutely magnificent.
Meanwhile, the other way, Diop makes a good decision to stay at home. That one lumped away. Making your way to the LA Galaxy game, avoid the headaches, traffic, hop on board the Galaxy Express, powered by Long Beach Transit. The Galaxy Express offers free shuttles to and from StubHub Center for all LA Galaxy home matches. Check out LAGalaxy.com shuttle for more info. The big Belgian there, colliding with Harvey. Harvey with that swagger, no love lost. Van Damme staying more at home this year so far than last year when he was very much enjoying it. That's a hard challenge.
And that's another good point you bring up. I'd like to see him stay at home. We know he likes to go on those adventuresome walkabouts.
Oh, that header won by Parker. We'll stay here and do it again. Zhao looked like he took a knock in the back.
This is where you need a yellow Van Damme in these situations. Dead ball opportunities. Parker can be a menace. 2 consecutive headers, one in the box. LA just want to mark up a little bit tighter. Same man who could have been a big difference maker right there. We know how dead balls can really change the complexion, and really would have thrown a monkey wrench into what has been a great start to the second half here for LA. But a free header inside the box from about 10 yards out for Parker. It's got to be tighter. It's got to be tighter.
If he goes and attacks that ball, that's a good opportunity. He kind of let it come to him. McBean, he has been very strong tonight. Galaxy have a rhythm and a flow here in this second half. Van Dam clips a beautiful long ball. Waston has to head it out. There's Hurtado, that left ankle telling us all we need to know about what happened to his evening.
Not too shabby when you can bring in a player like Freddie Montero off the bench in relief. Not fully fit, not at 100%. Vancouver with a few injuries themselves. Breck Shea out with suspension. David Edgar, Yordi Reyna, one of their attacking midfielders. So a little depleted on the front line right now. Are Vancouver, and a chance for, can the LA Galaxy capitalize off that? I like the start, though, the second half. Much more composed. They've taken the wind out of Vancouver's sails.
Good Boateng. Here he goes. Dos Santos making a run. Cut back, create space again. McBean, Jones, the dummy. Alessandrini, the hat trick. Deflected on the way, head eyes. But it rolls wide. He'll saunter over and take the corner kick. LA again knocking on that door. The third goal.
Brilliant.
Letting them in.
Brilliant run from Dos Santos. Takes the defender with him. And how about the dummy from Jermaine Jones? Knew that Alessandrini had called for it from behind. As we get a look at this replay at the top of the box, squared across by McBean, dummied by Jones, and hit in by Alessandrini. Unfortunately, the Frenchman couldn't quite hit it flushly enough.
Jones there leaving it and taking 3 white jerseys with him. Alessandrini, can he make one of these count? Waston beats the other captain, the Belgian.
And right now, I had to say, Alan, in the first 3-4 games, this is the best I've seen the Galaxy play.
Good ball down the channel. Dos Santos offside.
The approach play, it just seems like it's all falling into gear.
The movement off the ball tonight has been outstanding.
Yep,
That's when
absolutely.
you see, we've seen 4 or 5 dummies and leave runs. And here's the play that Hurtado went down on.
It was that breakaway.
I actually think it was when he landed. He came down and it twisted. It wasn't in the contact because he went clear up and over Clement Diop.
And Diop wins the ball. It's a
No,
great challenge
I think
from
it was.
Clement
I think
Diop.
it was on the landing.
It was a great challenge
He
from
didn't
Clement
stick it.
Diop. But
That's
yeah.
right.
Those landings, so hard because we know how unforgiving those artificial surfaces are. Not to harp on about it, but you know, unless you spent 90 minutes running up and down on that hard surface, it's hard to explain how difficult and unforgiving it can be.
McBean fouled by Harvey, no call. Great ball by Jones. Dos Santos splits a double team. Jones deflected. Boy, Jermaine is on fire. This one rolled out to Chetta. Sweet first touch, cuts it inside. McBean working hard defensively. Commits the foul there. Be there to see the future of the LA Galaxy. Los Dos continue their 2017 campaign at StubHub Center Track and Field Stadium. Saturday, April 15th, they host Sounders 2. LA, Seattle, always a good one, even when it is Sounders and Galaxy 2. Buy your tickets today, LAGalaxy.com/2.
Little bit of a silly challenge there, and a clear bookable offense for Jack McBean, and gets his first yellow card. The first yellow card tonight. Doesn't really need to make that challenge, though.
Steris turned inside and then out. Montero. Harvey goes up and over. João Pedro. 4th straight start for him. McBean, sweet work. Alessandrini to the left. Jones running the break. He left it short for Dos Santos. Dos Santos much more active here in the second half. The Galaxy yet to make a change. Here we are on the hour mark. Cole decides to let it bounce over his head. Now he's got to defend Bolaños. Bolaños creeping to the box. Bolaños, on his left foot, headed away by the Galaxy captain Van Dam.
And Ashley Cole has had Christian Bolaños in his back pocket all game long. Costa Rican hasn't had any influence.
What is that like in someone's back pocket?
I don't know.
I can't think there's a whole lot of room to stretch out. And it's also very
Ask
warm.
Bolaños.
Well played. A little lull here to the action. Bolaños, the aforementioned Costa Rican, out wide. Checks into the space and back out. Left-footed ball will stay flat across the top of the box. Boateng wins it. Boateng, because he's so fast, will keep it in.
Shortest man on the pitch
Yeah,
wins that ball inside the penalty area.
It's like his own fast break. Jacobson, does he draw the foul? He doesn't. João Pedro goes down. The ball is loose. Van Dam threads the needle there, starts the attack. Jones. Here's Boateng.
I tell you, it's all about the flow. There's no ebb to this second half. Befuddled. Big shot of the fans. As we see here, 25,000 at BC Place, a game they've been looking forward to. Two-week international break is over.
Place.
Great city. It's been my honeymoon up in Vancouver.
Oh, wow. Look at
Wonderful
you.
place.
Visit Vancouver, the Chamber of Commerce. Alessandrini to the inline. Oh, he rattles the bar. He almost beat Osted at the near post for the second time. He went low the first time. He went high the second time. The second time,
he's
wins.
tearing Jordan Harvey to ribbons at will.
He's got him guessing now. Is he going to get me at the near post or the far post? Galaxy, as I suggested they might do, letting Parker and Harvey have all the ball and see if they can do anything consistently. Here's Bolaños. Harvey just keeps it moving this time. Tony Chani, man from Virginia. Columbus, bounced around a couple times now already. Solid player, and maybe he can bring whatever the Whitecaps expected of him to the table.
Well, they need to make a change because they're getting played right off the park right now. They can't get a hold of it, and when they do, the wrong decision is made.
Van
Galaxy
Dam,
are able to squeeze the field and win it back. Montero didn't take too kindly, but that was one of the individual matchups I was really looking forward to. Is Freddie Montero, his mobility, how is he going to deal with this big lumbering presence of Steris and Van Dam? He's kind of figure of frustration, but many attackers often do, and going against Jelle Van Dam, who had such a great 2016. Now the change is going to be made, and it's in central midfield here. They're going to get Tony Chani involved as Jacobson will come off. Chani making his debut after that huge trade, which was announced Thursday. He came over from the Crew for $300,000 in allocation money.
That's big money in this league.
It is big money, and Kakuta Mane going the other way. And now he'll look to exert his influence in central midfield, an area in which Jermaine Jones as well as João Pedro have absolutely dominated since the beginning of the second half.
Lava rolls it to the near side. Techera. Bolaños making a good run, blocked in front. Chani straight into the game, rolls a good one to Techera. Christian Techera, good ball. Waston was there, headed away, cleared away. Williams bounces one forward. Chani, a couple of good looks. He's into the game now. Finds Davies. You talk about the young players in this league. You don't hear much about Davies, but he's only going to get good if this is what he's got to offer as a 16-year-old. He was born just a few days before Thanksgiving 2000.
You're not going to forget that one, are you?
Yeah, it's a young man. He's as old, nearly as my oldest daughter. That's why. It's relative.
And this is great, where Boateng is at his best in open field.
Boateng. Ooh, he went for the home run ball for Alessandrini. He had the lesser option in terms of degree of difficulty. One played in, headed away. Chani. Techera! Block save, Montero! 2-0!
Question of offside. Referee takes a glance to his assistant referee on that far side. Flag stays down. Goal will stand. And the Vancouver Whitecaps have tied this game back up. Freddie Montero on the tap in. The LA, the start of a brilliant second half. All for naught right now. Clement Diop victimized for the second time today. LA don't clear their lines. Inside the box, the ball filters out wide for Davis, who puts in a curler for Techera, who's given all kinds of time and space. Great save initially from Diop. but ricochets it right into the path of Freddie Montero, who gets his first goal as a Vancouver Whitecap, and proving his manager, Carl Robinson, an absolute genius. It was a little bit fortuitous.
It was.
But you credit Montero for being in the right place at the right time. That's where good strikers make their money. And the LA Galaxy, as a result, are going to make a change here. Off comes Jack McBean on the 67th minute, and we get to see our first look at Giassi Zardes since he last left the field on August 27th.
Here's a mistake here. Tachetta. Montero. Lava! 3-2! Oh, 2 goals in a minute. And just like that, the Whitecaps go from a goal down to a goal in front. 5 goals, we're not done yet.
What a 2 minutes that we have seen. It was brilliant to start since halftime. Kurt Onalfo made all the right adjustments, but Vancouver and LA absolutely with a huge mental breakdown here. All kinds of space, no one closing down Laba, a player of his pedigree with that time and that amount of space, picks his spot.
Yeah, the giveaway before.
Yep, rips it right past Diop.
Yeah, low shot, Diop looking around.
Not much he could do about it though. And more questions asked of this defense. It looks as though they had buttoned things up.
We're not done now. This way this game is going, can only expect. Haven't seen the last of the goals. Zardes.
Vindication from Matias Laba. He may get the winner. Remember, he was sent off in that really tumultuous affair back in last April. You may remember it's that big challenge. Nigel de Jong involved. Matias Laba, though, sent off in that game. Always a little contentious between these two, especially when you talk about Western Conference matches, Western Conference rivalries. And how will LA react right now? That's the question. And
well,
if the past is any indicator, it's going to be good, because this is when LA are at their best, when they're faced with these examinations of character with their quote-unquote backs against the wall. It's that concentration that just let him down.
Jones with a foot in there. Smitty will track it down. Doesn't keep it in. A couple of regrettable and forgettable moments has Kurt Onalfo. A bit chagrin here.
Well, it's a learning curve. I mean, it's early stages, early parts of the campaign. A lot of new faces. Jermaine Jones amongst them. We saw Robbie Keane, of course, depart the team. The injuries having a big role to play. These are still getting familiar with each other. A project in the making. Kurt Onalfo says, hey, you know, I'm used to this because I just spent the last 2 years coaching Los Dos, or the LA Galaxy 2 team down in USL, where, you know, players are borrowed from the senior team. Players go to other teams and trade, so he was used to chopping and changing and making those big switches in his starting 11.
Final 20 minutes. The Galaxy have at least one more in them. Tony Chani, smelling like roses. He's come on. His team is +2 in his Vancouver debut. Zardes from behind. Toe pokes it away.
Good time to bring Giassi on. Give him about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Let him stretch those legs. Recovering from that knee surgery. What will Giassi Zardes' role be this year? It'll be interesting as well, because we're seeing Alessandrini. He's made that right midfield spot his own, and that's clear. Ima Boateng has really prospered.
Foul
Sebastian Leggett coming out, who's played wide as well as central. Perhaps there's a role in the center of the park here this season for Giassi Zardes. Perhaps a tactical shift into 4-3-3.
I think when Giassi is healthy and fit and in form, he's a first-choice player.
Oh, no doubt about it. The question is, where will he play? We've seen him lead the line in the past as well, and that's one thing you got to have in these kind of situations. You like to have that tactical flexibility.
A lot of holes in the Galaxy midfield right now. Tachetta Slowed by Smitty for a second. Lava's got the third right now, the game winner, the difference. Williams. Davies, Shawnee pointing the way. Shawnee's been capped by Cameroon. Davies tried to sneak his way through. Here's Van Dam. This is usually the type of game where he'll start to assert himself. Here's Alessandrini, quiet here in half number 2. Alessandrini. Oh, he tried to thread the needle, but Austin was there in the passing lane, read it, and won it.
That's brilliant.
That was
run.
nice.
It's a brilliant run from Alessandrini, who beat 2 defenders, just tried to square it for a late arriving Giovanni Dos Santos. And right now is when you need a player like Giovanni Dos Santos to exert a greater influence in attacking midfield. He's had some great movement off the ball, but this is when you need him.
Pachetta with a wild challenge around Smitty.
2 goals in 2 minutes. And turning the game completely around is LA. They were in the driver's seat. They were dictating play, asking the questions.
Really out of nowhere, exactly right.
I have to say, the substitutes have had a massive effect. Carl Robinson pushing all the right buttons, bringing on Montero, who got the goal in the equalizer. And then, of course, Chani exerting his influence in an attacking role in central midfield.
Bolaños, nearly won at Cole, though. Able to get a foot in there. This is LA, the city of champions. Zardes, Van Dam, Alessandrini, and your 5-time MLS Cup champions, LA Galaxy, take on the Montreal Impact on Friday, April 7th at 7:30 p.m. at StubHub Center. Tickets start for as low as $25 at LAGalaxy.com. Friday night affair coming up. Zardes in a good pocket, trying to play. He peels away, doesn't get it.
So there's our question answered. Zardes just basically a straight swap for McBean. No tactical switch. Gio dropping into midfield, but I see Jossie lead the line, and I like this move because he has the pace to really get in behind and break that partnership back there of Parker and Waston.
Jones, what a sweet ball to Alessandrini, who's able to draw the foul on Harvey. You can see the quality of his first touch, Romain Alessandrini.
I think he's been sensational. What a signing. Out of nowhere, and you got to give credit to Chris Klein, Pete Vahanis, and the entire Galaxy staff.
He's got those handsome, rugged Galaxy looks.
Looking good in the blue on blue.
Yeah, he looks sharp, all black kits. Good ball. Speaking of sharp, floated in. Stetis thought he'd earned something. He gets nothing. And back to defend, go the Galaxy, trying to scratch out an equalizer at least.
And they bring the front line beef up for that set piece. And we've seen Van Dam capitalize. We like the likelihood of Steris able to latch on to that, but yeah, I want to go back to this Alessandrini signing. I think it's more of a growing trend. You don't have the name or the cachet of the likes of perhaps of a Zlatan Ibrahimovic or in the past of a David Beckham or Thierry Henry, but we do have as an extremely effective player who's having a huge influence. And that's really all that matters in the end.
Santos tried to sneak that one through, but he collects the loose ball. Boateng surging through. Alessandrini! Oh, he was at the back post. Had to work to get there. Great look as he lost his mark. Dos Santos coming to life here.
Yeah, great movement here from Boateng. Brings the defense, freedom to move here. And Alessandrini may have been better off heading that one back across as they had the run from Zardes just in behind. Just a little bit beyond the Frenchman. He's coming up a little bit worse for wear here as he grabs his right ankle. The last thing you need right now with the broken foot of Sebastian Lletget is to lose what has been your best player. In fact, could be the designated player signing of the season so far in MLS.
Zhao with a good ball. Dos Santos again. Boateng. Cuts inside. Jones. Chance to hit it. Gets closer. Blocked in front by Chani. Oh, that one gets through. Bolaños. Good ball back. Teixeira. Jones with a sweet tackle, and he's going to get booked for it.
I think Alan Smith has gotten this completely wrong.
Wow.
Because Jermaine Jones gets
Foul
the ball.
and a card. Let's see
Jermaine,
here.
I tell you what, Jermaine Jones is protesting this, and he's got good reason. Yes, he gives it away. He gets beaten, but he comes in from behind. Jermaine Jones, in my opinion, just behind, past the midfield circle, comes in. Oh, he did catch him. He did catch him. Yep.
I mean, the
Alan
question
Smith gets it right.
Is that a yellow, though? I mean,
no contact with the ball, and when you come in from behind like that, 9 times out of 10,
I thought he got the ball. He sweeps across him, but nonetheless.
I wished he had.
He got his left foot, not the right. Nonetheless,
he clipped him.
A 78th minute. Yellow card and free kick. Here's confirmation there. JJ's booking.
In the end, though, a wise foul, stemming the flow of that counterattack.
Montero deflected, blocked in front, still loose and alive. Watson goes down, told to get up emphatically. Boateng cuts inside. Good ball here. Smitty, and that's a foul. They keep playing through it. Looks like Bradford Jamieson the fourth is going to come in. Cole loses it. Bolaños, Montero, Bolaños, he let it run too far. Oh, what a play by Cole. That was the fourth goal, surely, and Cole makes amends. Hey, Bolaños thought he had his goal, been working so hard for. He beats everyone but Ashley Cole, who says, I made a meal of it, but let me just clean up my own mess.
Hey, all is forgiven. He cleans it up, makes the goal line clearance. He caught, and he knows he got himself caught in possession.
That's vintage Ashley Cole right there. What a great play.
Angle was tough for Bolaños. It was going to take something, but very good from him. But credit to Ashley Cole. And, you know, he's right now having some words with himself. He's not too pleased with it, but he atones. He doesn't give up.
We're talking about his level of professionalism is off the charts.
You know what? That's a great point because there are a lot of questions about Ashley Cole when he came over from Roma.
I've heard nothing but quality.
And he had a real dubious.
That one just wide. Teixeira is just on fire every single time Vancouver gets the ball. He's squirting his way through the crowd.
Yeah, he's finding that space between lines.
He is. Watch him here.
He drifts off of Nathan Smith, nutmegs the Galaxy right back.
There's
somehow
no space there. How's he getting through?
And works his way all the way through. Once again, LA failed to clear their lines. He's got to be closed down. Christian Teixeira is having quite a game here. He's been integral and involved in about 2 of the 3 Vancouver goals. We're going to see another booking here away from the ball as Alan Smith having some words with Vancouver striker Freddie Montero, who might have gotten a little too loose-lipped.
Freddie looks much younger than when he left the league.
It's not just coaches that age in this league, but right now this is not a good sign for LA because in the last 10 minutes, Vancouver have had the better of it.
Here's Davies still running. Davies still going. Charging. The pullback. Red. Teixeira got a foot on it.
Wonderful anticipation from Jelle Van Dam. Anticipate the pullback.
The ball in the neighborhood of Zardes cut out. Parker. Chani making a good run. Harvey. Hard swipe to drag it back across his body. Now he weaves himself into some trouble. Teixeira, though, will calm it down. João Pedro impedes the progress. Steres probing.
Now, at what point does Kurt Analfo make a switch here?
There you go.
In terms of their attacking philosophy. And some interesting goings on. Meanwhile, just outside the Galaxy penalty box is Clement Diop getting tangled up with Freddie Montero. They've got to gamble at this point. And you wonder if they're going to go with 3 at the back and really flood the midfield or put an extra attacker on. They just need a little bit more bite going forward.
Well, they're going to get some bite in the back. Steres. And this is the incident here. Diop. Wow, Montero Unlucky there. Diop got caught on the ball.
And he got bailed out by the referee too as well. So this is a very interesting move. Off comes Ashley Cole and Romney comes off. And one thinks it's going to be a straight swap at left fullback.
First start of the season for Cole. So Romney gets the mouthpiece in. Final 10 minutes. Zardis stretching. Keeps it in. Smitty. Finds Bradford Jamison the fourth. Cuts it back. Jones pops into a good spot. Has a go. Deflected. Zardis. A flick. Headed back out. Zardis back in. Jones will clean it up off his chest. Two-touch sequence. Nice. Smitty. Back to Jones. And that ball is going to always be too tough for him to hang on to. This is LA, the city of champions. Zardis, Van Damme, Alessandrini, and your five-time MLS Cup champions. LA Galaxy take on the Montreal Impact on Friday, April 7th at 7:30. Tickets start for as low as $25 at LAGalaxy.com. Also get your season tickets on sale, starting as low as $25. It's a good time to invest. Oh no, Steris goes down, clutching the back of his leg, right hamstring. Zhao loops a long ball, drops it in perfectly to the far side for Romney. Zhao. Van Damme, that's a great ball. Zardis. Jamison the fourth.
He's come on for Ima Boateng.
That one deflected on the way in, looking for Alessandrini.
All three subs have been deployed.
Here's a chance, Dos Santos!
Good interplay at the top of the box. Great awareness on the turn there from Jermaine Jones. Had a little bit of space to play with. Once again, the movement has been very impressive from Gio Dos Santos.
That's a good ball right there.
Reverse ball played that time by Jermaine Jones. It took a deflection on the way out. It looked as though from Giovanni Dos Santos.
Galaxy with that shot have a 14-13 edge on shots. Only 2, though, of those 14 have been on target.
So Bradford Jamison getting a run out here. And that's a real interesting move on that left-hand side because Boateng, one of the best players out there.
Well, Lassiter, Bradford Jamison the fourth, Raul Mendiola, the Villarreal brothers, they're all being looked upon to make that jump, just as Steris and Romney have, if you will.
And Jamison the fourth taking that roll up on the left-hand side. Teixeira, meanwhile, grabbing that left knee, the Uruguayan, who's been, for my money, the best player on the park today for Vancouver.
He's getting all his touches. Like right there, that was a self-inflicted move on the back heel attempt.
Foot gets stuck in there as the Vancouver substitutes. Perhaps one last look, perhaps another move made. We saw Chani come in for Jacobson, Montero replacing Hurtado at halftime. So one more move available for Carl Robinson. LA have shown their cards. They have 5 minutes here to claw their way back into it. They've made a living this season out of putting themselves into precarious or unadvantageous situations. Adversity has been their best mate. And when just going out at play on that far side, as Zardis couldn't control it. Jamison the fourth, electric pace from him, and just the latest in a long line to roll off the Los Dos assembly line. Kurt Analfo, who spent the last 2 years as the coach of Los Dos, well acquainted with a lot of these players, getting a chance at the senior level now.
Chani run off the ball. Lava, his goal right now, the difference, the game winner for Vancouver. They're going to get their first win of the season. At kickoff, we're in dead last place in the West with 1 point. Laba Davies. Montero spilled, headed home. 4-2. Lava has got the last two, and Vancouver have shut the door here at BC Place on the guests from Los Angeles. Diop spills the shot straight into the path of Lava, who heads home in stride. And that should do it.
It's game.
What a turnaround from a goal down to 2 in front here in half number 2.
It's been a game of turnarounds. Davis plays it on. Great movement on that right-hand side. Fired in there by Montero and put in on the rebound. No chance there for Diop. Montero not closed down. Acres of space. Diop does all he can with that big, strong right hand, but it falls right to the feet of the Argentine, who is not going to make any mistake from that position. His second goal tonight just desserts. But what has changed has been the midfield. And Tony Schiani has turned this game on its head because LA, in the first half of this second half, we're asking all the questions. And ever since that goal in the 66th minute from Montero, it has been all Vancouver. LA have not had an answer.
Vancouver, give them credit, very good in the second half. And 2 goals here in half number 2 for Lava has put his team comfortably in front here.
I don't think you can fault Diop too much on that. Made the initial save. That's all you can really ask of your keeper, just to give you a fighting chance, but they don't clear their lines. And all credit to Vancouver, first to react.
It's also, like I said, a tough place to put a rebound. Smith running in behind. Smith barreling forward. That should be out for a corner kick. Instead, somehow keeps it in.
So they've thrown Nathan Smith forward. In all essence, putting LA at 3 at the back, flooding the midfield, trying to get more numbers forward. Just hasn't been sharp enough. It's a game that's not going to be remembered for its defensive efficiency or resolute stalwart play, that's for sure. And it may be a situation where it's a chance for the LA Galaxy to seize that momentum, to capitalize on everything that they did right against Real Salt Lake, and perhaps just the chance not taken. It's a big victory, though, for Vancouver, you'd have to say. The spotlight was on them, LA in town, all the big names, the Galaxy team getting back to full fitness. And they make that big trade, and 4 big goals after an international break is really will set them on their way. Carl Robinson, got to give credit to him, too. I think he's made all the right moves here, bringing on the likes of Chani, who exerted his influence. Laba able to get forward a little bit more, worked in tandem nicely with the Cameroonian. And Freddie Montero, even though it was by necessity of injury to Eric Hurtado, exerting his influence up top as well.
Up next for LA, Montreal on the 7th, and at Orlando City on the 15th. Home to Seattle and home to Philadelphia to close out a busy 5-match month here in April. 4 minutes of stoppage time being shown.
Well, perhaps LA with a chance for revenge as they will welcome Vancouver to the StubHub Center on July 18th. And they'll just sit and defend here, putting 10 behind it, leaving Montero up there on an island all by himself.
Vancouver had came into the match, Christian, you and I were talking off air way before kick. 2 goals scored this season, and they got 4 tonight. That makes it even tougher.
Yeah, and they're going to make their final switch here and bring on De Jong for Jordan Harvey, who had his difficulties trying to contend with Roman Alessandrini, who had his number
but those guys
the first
grinded,
hour or so. But
they did grind, and their team's going to be on the good end, looks right now.
Well, as we said, it's a game that's not going to be remembered for its outstanding play in the back, that's for sure. But hey, a win's a win. You put 4 up at home. It'll be tough to beat. So DeYoung in for Harvey, stoppage time, and they're in full voice here at BC Place.
Whitecaps will win for the 3rd time, all time against LA.
Nice little rivalry.
In Vancouver, yep.
Big CONCACAF Champions League second leg semifinal coming up for Vancouver in the midweek. They're down 2-0 against Tigres.
I wonder if Johnny eligible for that? I'm not quite sure what the competition rules are. I know he's not cup tied. Don't believe Columbus participated in the first part of that competition. Halfway through our 4 minutes of stoppage time. And for Vancouver, they're going to get used to each other here on the road as they will travel at Real Salt Lake, home to Seattle, at Portland, and then at Montreal. A couple of Cascadia matches there squeeze into mid-April.
That's a big month. That's a real big month because you don't know what you're going to get out of Real Salt Lake with Mike Petke in charge. I'm anticipating changing things vastly and greatly for them. Hold him in very high regard after his time at the New York Red Bulls, and then those Cascadia clashes, you know how massive they are. Good run from Bolaños, and a nice recovery in central defense here for Jelle Van Damme. As Bolaños, who's started out wide today and has had a chance to tuck in inside just alongside underneath Matias Laba, and he doesn't have the legs. He's not going to beat you for pace like we saw. Hey, he's 32, it happens, but he's managed to contribute in other areas. He can pick a pass, unlock a defense.
Age is nothing but a number, my friend.
Spoken like a 40-something.
Yeah, scooped forward. The Chet has been very good. Give him his just credit.
And I think I have you beat by a few years.
You do, but I didn't want to bring that up, man. I'm the youngest in my house, in my circle, so I usually don't worry about it. It's you other guys always counting those rings on your oak tree.
You know what? No, you're right.
I'm cool.
Bolaños is great. It's part of the reason why he's still a big part of the Costa Rica setup.
Yeah, he's just grinding this match. Played his 90. And he's going to be shoved down, pulled down by João Pedro.
Now 4 minutes have been added on, and we got about 15 seconds left.
We got a good hair team in the midfield for LA with João and Jermaine Jones. Alessandrini also has the nice locks.
Should we make a pitch for João Pedro Wignite?
There you go.
I think so.
There you go. I think we need a few W's, an unbeaten run.
João Pedro, Jermaine Jones, Wignite.
I would like to
make it happen.
I would like to see João Pedro Wignite along with Disco as well. This should be the last play of the game. That one fed in and spilled again by Diop. This one pushed wide, cleared away. Alan Chapman looks at his watch. Gives another gander. Montero with his arm up there high. Montero stepped in there hard on the challenge with João Pedro. And that will be the last action of the match. Vancouver, 3 goals better than LA in the second half, and they win 4-2. They scored twice this season in all games. They double it up. It wasn't pretty. They get it done, and for LA, not the result they expected to have after leading in the locker room.
Not the result they wanted. They failed to really capitalize after the momentum was in their favor against Real Salt Lake. The players, look, you have to look at this for what it is. They're still learning each other, feeling each other out. You mentioned Jelle Van Damme back in that defense. There were 3 new faces. Ashley Cole returns. Nathan Smith comes in. I think there's going to be an examination of this defense in training this week. However, passing with flying colors is the forward attacking play. Roman Alessandrini was absolutely fantastic for the first 70 minutes of this game. LA took its foot off the gas, but there was a tactical switch made when Chani came in, which LA did not have an answer for. And I think that's where this game was won and lost, because 3 goals in the space of 20 minutes. It was all Vancouver after the 67th.
Well, the trade, at least in terms of plus minus, working out for Tony Chani in Vancouver. He's +3 as he came on. His team was down. They scored 3 goals, and he's feeling good about his result. Vancouver get their first W of the season, and they now find themselves with those 3 points they've been looking for as they head on the road. For LA, they sink closer to the bottom, but again, they show great response and fight back in half number one, excuse me, not so much in half number two. We shall see as they have a quick turnaround this week. We'll come back and put a bow on the proceedings here at BC Place. The final score, Vancouver 4, LA 2.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. StubHub. Hey, Galaxy fans, StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. Start at StubHub and let the fun find you. And Toyota. Let's go places. It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same: to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Friday, April 7th at StubHub Center, five-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on the Montreal Impact. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets.
Tonight, some of the greatest artists, performers, and athletes in the world will be pouring their souls out at stadiums and theaters across this city. Tonight, thousands of fans will lose themselves in a sea of like-minded strangers. We still have a few tickets if you'd like to join. We know this may not be a convenient time for you. We know it's not easy to get out. But something amazing is going to happen tonight. And we think you should be there. StubHub, your ticket out.
Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up, LA, for nonstop flights to more than 38 cities nationwide with Alaska Airlines. As fans of the most decorated club in league history, it's only right that you get tons of nonstop access to your favorite destinations from one of the finest airlines in the land. Pack your bags, pack your jersey, and pack your full 90 for nonstop flights to cheer the Galaxy when they go on the road. Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up for nonstop flights on Alaska Airlines.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
Galaxy fans, Papa John's has a new offer for you this season. Every Galaxy game day, get 50% off your online order of regular menu price items using promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. That's right. Cheer on the Galaxy every game day with 50% off your entire online order at Papa John's. Enter promo code GALAXY online at papajohns.com to redeem better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
The upcoming schedule for the LA Galaxy see them dip into the Eastern Conference side of Major League Soccer in 2017 for their next 5 against the East, with the lone Western Conference showdown, a marquee matchup on April 23rd against Seattle Sounders FC. Your defending MLS Cup champion, the 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy, lose on the road 4-2. Christian, your final thoughts? It was a very good first 45. They were down a goal, they were up a goal at the break, and then the wheels come off. A couple of goals in a couple of minutes. They never responded. 4-2 the final score.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to take your hat off to Vancouver. They look to be down and out with about 20 minutes or so left. Laba comes to life. The goal from Montero spurring things on. They make a couple of switches in midfield. LA can't cope with it. The lasting impressions for me, wonderful game from Roman Alessandrini. I thought Boateng was really effective. My man of the match on LA's part, I thought the best player on the pitch today had to be Matias Laba. who had a good performance, as well as Christian Teixeira. But I think right now, if you're going to be the glass half empty guy, you got to look at this defense here. It's got to sort itself out. 6 goals allowed in their first 4 games, 3 losses in 4. Now LA need to get back to work, train, and you hear the cliche, get back to basics. That's what they've got to do when they come back here, because Montreal are going to come in to the StubHub Center coming up next weekend, looking for 3 points against what the rest of the league right now is finding out is a vulnerable LA Galaxy team, to be honest.
Christian Miles providing your Lesson of the Match. Lesson of the Match brought to you by SNHU. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu. Well, that will do it from us. The road not so kind this time around for LA after beating Real Salt Lake on the Wasatch the last time before the break. They fall after leading 2-1 at halftime by a final score in Vancouver, 4-2. For the entire crew, my partner Christian Miles, I'm Alan Hopkins. We thank you, and we will see you next time on the LA Galaxy Broadcast Network.
Come in now and get the 2016 you've been waiting for at Toyota's annual clearance event. Save big with an incredible $2,500 factory cash back on a new 2016 Camry, $2,000 back on a new Sienna or the redesigned Prius. Get $1,500 cash back on a new Corolla or $1,000 back on a new Tundra. It all ends September 6th, so hurry in before they're gone. Must take delivery from 2016 new car dealer stock by midnight September 6th. Offers may vary by region.
When you buy or lease any new Toyota, you get Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Toyota Care covers normal factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. There's even lockout protection and 24-hour roadside assistance. See your Toyota dealer for details and exclusions. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. Toyota, let's go places.
It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same, to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Friday, April 7th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on the Montreal Impact. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. Power up like a pro. Contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up, LA, for nonstop flights to more than 38 cities nationwide with Alaska Airlines. As fans of the most decorated club in league history, it's only right that you get tons of nonstop access to your favorite destinations from one of the finest airlines in the land. Pack your bags, pack your jersey, and pack your full 90 for nonstop flights to cheer the Galaxy when they go on the road. Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up for nonstop flights on Alaska Airlines.
Tonight, some of the greatest artists, performers, and athletes in the world will be pouring their souls out at stadiums and theaters across this city. Tonight, thousands of fans will lose themselves in a sea of like-minded strangers. We still have a few tickets if you'd like to join. We know this may not be a convenient time for you. We know it's not easy to get out. But something amazing is going to happen tonight. And we think you should be there. StubHub, your ticket out.
It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same, to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Friday, April 7th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on the Montreal Impact. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets.
Tonight, some of the greatest artists, performers, and athletes in the world will be pouring their souls out at stadiums and theaters across this city. Tonight, thousands of fans will lose themselves in a sea of like-minded strangers. We still have a few tickets if you'd like to join. We know this may not be a convenient time for you. We know it's not easy to get out. But something amazing is going to happen tonight. And we think you should be there. StubHub, your ticket out.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
I'm Chris Klein, president of the LA Galaxy, and we're a client of City National Bank. When we look at our organization on the field and then off the field, we want to put together a great team, and City National has become part of that team. The business side of the game starts long before the whistle kicks off, from setting the stadium up to understanding how to sell tickets to watch our great team play this game. For our business to function, we need to have a reliable bank as part of our team. Our brand grows as the sport of soccer grows, and City National helps us bring Galaxy to the world. I love my job. I love coming to work every day and being part of an organization like the LA Galaxy. It's the team across the league that everyone looks at, that everyone wants to be a part of. Anyone that we're involved with, we want to be the best, whether the players we put on the field or who we bank with, and we have that with City National. City National is the way up for the LA Galaxy.
City National Bank, the way up. Learn more at cnb.com/LA Galaxy, member FDIC.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. StubHub. Hey, Galaxy fans, StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. And SNHU. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu.